Today, we are witnessing another tangible gesture of friendship and support to the government and people of St. Lucia, from the government and people of the United States towards St. Lucia's effort at combating the COVID-19 pandemic. Your Excellency, not too long ago, on Tuesday, August 17th, 2021, you visited St. Lucia to deliver the first batch of Pfizer vaccines donated by the United States of America to help us combat the pandemic. Today, you have returned to hand over a field hospital and 3 vehicles. The field hospital will significantly augment St. Lucia's physical health infrastructure, enhance our disaster response readiness, and enable the provision of medical assistance in remote areas if necessary. But more importantly, at this critical time, it will equip the country with a standby capacity to manage any severe virus spike or other emergency. Like most countries the world over, St. Lucia has managed the pandemic in many stages by relying heavily on scientific evidence to guide our response strategy. We have moved from the early days of shutdown measures aimed at preventing the entry of the virus into the country to vigorous containment of in-country spread to managing how to live with the COVID-19 virus. My government believes in the protection of both lives and livelihoods of our people. In spite of the difficult and trying fiscal situation faced by my government, we will continue to provide support in all sectors of the economy, in particular health education and to the most vulnerable persons in our society, and continue to meet our commitments. But our people must take responsibility for their health status if we are serious about defeating the COVID-19 virus. Too many persons are still unvaccinated in spite of the availability of vaccines in St. Lucia. Vaccines, according to the science, are our best defense amongst a number of public health interventions, which we have to adopt personally and collectively. As we accept the field hospital in preparation to combat most likely what's the 5th wave of the virus, I call on all unvaccinated St. Lucians to vaccinate to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your community against the COVID-19 virus. Should the population, according to the science, achieve a 70% vaccination live, we'll certainly begin to return to a state of normalcy in our country. We are looking forward to the day when we will be free to socialize at work, at church, at school, at restaurants, at sporting facilities, etc., like we do, bring our lives back to normal. We in St. Lucia have a long and successful history of using vaccines to protect our people from infectious diseases. Vaccines have enabled society to manage and overcome many diseases, such as measles, smallpox, polio, yellow fever, among others. We should feel confident about the safety and effectiveness of the COVID-19 virus, as the virus can be fought by the vaccines. Let us not be distracted by the constant bombardment of misinformation about the utility of vaccines. My fellow St. Lucians, high levels of vaccination in the population means low levels of people getting seriously ill from COVID-19, lower levels of hospitalization, and fewer deaths of loved ones. Your Excellency, I thank you and Mr. Bostic for being here in person to witness this handover ceremony. I thank you for the keen interest which you continue to show in the development of St. Lucia. I am aware that the U.S. Embassy and the Ministry of External Affairs, and I thank the Minister and his ministry for their work in ensuring that we've got the hospital and the vehicles. You all are working towards the establishment of a structured cooperation framework for development cooperation between St. Lucia and the United States of America. My government is very supportive of this initiative. The seeds were sown earlier, and we believe that such a framework will promote and facilitate greater bilateral collaboration between our governments. I'm happy to receive these donations on behalf of the government and people of St. Lucia. I want to express my profound gratitude of the government and people of St. Lucia to the government and people of the United States of America for the donation of the field hospital and free vehicles. I also want to take this opportunity to say to the people of St. Lucia and to you, Your Excellency, that very soon we shall be returning to the site of St. Jude's to give the people of St. Lucia a modern, well-equipped hospital. They've suffered too long, the people in the South in particular, without proper hospital facilities. And very soon we shall be returning, and I am sure we shall invite you to be here when we have efficient and proper premises, health premises for the people of St. Lucia, very soon. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the staff of the Ministry of Health and the first responders and the doctors and nurses and all the medical personnel who work in the fight against COVID. And thank the people of St. Lucia for understanding that we must make shared sacrifice. The fight against COVID is a shared sacrifice. All of us, every sector must get involved. No one sector is going to be a whole of government approach, but it's also got to be a whole of people approach. Together, we will combat it. I thank you very much and wish you a pleasant day.